The most shocking meals ever seen on My 600-Pound Life. Calories, cost and insanity breakdown. When it comes to jaw-dropping TV moments, My 600-Pound Life consistently delivers, especially when it comes to food. Some of the show's patients order meals so outrageous, it's almost impossible to believe. In this article, we're breaking down 2 of the craziest breakfast feasts ever shown. The staggering 7,500-calorie delivery from James B. and Dolly Martinez's shocking 15-egg cheese explosion. James B., the king of delivery addiction. James B., who appeared in Season 10, weighed in at a staggering 625 pounds, and when you see his breakfast order, it's no wonder why. James is completely hooked on food deliveries. For him, ordering food is like a holiday. I get excited, it's like the Super Bowl. You can get whatever you want. On one morning alone, James places an order so huge it could feed an entire family, but it's just for him. Here's what he gets. 2 orders of Steakhouse Premium Pancakes loaded with smoked bacon pieces and caramel sauce. 1 Game Day Family Feast, 8 pancakes, 8 bacon strips, 4 servings of scrambled eggs, hash browns, and 8 sausage links. Original French toast. 2 slices of ham. Even though some of these items have since disappeared from IHOP's menu, we've matched them to the closest current versions. When you break it down, James' breakfast alone costs around $84 and totals an eye-watering 7,500 calories. And here's the kicker, he finishes every single bite. No leftovers, no hesitation. And before he even digests it all, James is already planning his next hit. So my breakfast is over, then I'm already thinking about lunch. Clearly, if James doesn't make major changes fast, he's on a fast track to disaster. By the way, if you're looking for real weight loss recipes that actually taste good, my newsletter, The Fat Loss Kitchen, sends a new free recipe every Friday. Check it out at fatloss.kitchen.com. Dolly Martinez, 15 eggs and a cheese avalanche. If you thought James' meal was shocking, wait until you meet Dolly Martinez. Also from Season 10, Dolly stunned viewers not just with her lifestyle choices, like moving into a literal drug den to avoid seeing Dr. Now, but with her jaw-dropping eating habits. Living with her best friend Cheyenne, who could honestly be a future patient herself, Dolly indulges in wild eating sprees without a second thought. One of her daily breakfast habits: cooking up 15 eggs. Yes, 15. And Cheyenne doesn't even blink. Given that a dozen eggs in the US now cost about $5.50, her 15-egg breakfast alone runs close to $7 just for the eggs. Calorie breakdown: 1 egg equals about 70 calories. 15 eggs equals about 1,100 calories. Add an estimated 500 grams of cheddar cheese, roughly 2,000 more calories. Right finger total breakfast equals 3,100 calories, before even counting the oil used for cooking. That's more calories than most people should eat in an entire day, packed into a single meal. Unsurprisingly, when Dolly finally steps on Dr. Now's scale, the result is devastating. There's no way I gained that much. That makes no sense. My scale at home must be wrong. Sometimes, denial is the most dangerous enemy. Dolly believed her diet couldn't possibly be responsible for her size, but reality told a much harsher story. Dr. Now was blunt, because the situation demanded it. "You are 593 pounds at 5 feet 2 inches, he told her, his voice serious. "Your BMI is 108. That's dangerously high. Your body is under immense strain, and every day you stay like this brings you closer to irreversible damage." Dolly's story was alarming, but sadly, not unique. Maya's hidden addiction. Much like Dolly, Maya struggled under the crushing weight of her own habits hidden from even those closest to her. Appearing in Season 7 of My 600-Pound Life, Maya started her journey at over 600 pounds. At first glance, Maya seemed somewhat mobile, able to walk short distances and bathe herself, but behind closed doors, her boyfriend Christian had to assist her with almost every other aspect to daily life. Despite this, Maya's attitude often made her situation even harder to sympathize with. Out of embarrassment and fear of judgment, Maya routinely lied to Christian about where she was going during the day. "I tell him it's errands," Maya confessed. But really, it's just food. Drive-thrus. Always food. Christian surely knew the truth, but like many enablers trapped in cycles of guilt and helplessness, he chose silence over confrontation. When Maya described her typical morning runs, the scale of her addiction became painfully clear. She would often hit up 4 different drive-thrus in one morning. Not over a week, one morning. Her first stop, McDonald's. Order: 2 sausage burritos, 1 bacon, egg and cheese biscuit, and 1 sausage and egg McMuffin. Calories: roughly 1,200. Cost: around $15. But the cravings didn't stop there. They never did. Next was Arby's. Order: a beef and cheddar sandwich, a jalapeno roast beef slider, and the calorie-loaded ultimate BLT. Calories: a staggering additional 1,500. In just a few short hours, Maya consumed around 2,679 calories, more than most people eat in an entire day, and spent over $31 on food meant for 3 people. "I can't describe the feeling when you taste something you love," she said. "But it's gone in a second, and I just move on to the next craving." Maya's story is tragic, and it deserves a full breakdown. Stay tuned for a deep dive into her journey, her struggles, and the complex family dynamics that made recovery so difficult. Bethany's open indulgence. Unlike Maya, Bethany didn't bother hiding her addiction. At 40 years old and weighing over 600 pounds, Bethany's misery was written all over her life. She openly admitted she hated her existence. Worse, she relied heavily on her children, including her 10-year-old daughter, to help her with basic tasks like getting dressed. Her 18-year-old daughter often cooked for her, starting Bethany's mornings with a relatively normal breakfast, 3 eggs and some toast. But Bethany's hunger couldn't even wait that long. Before breakfast was finished, she snacked on a muffin, a bun, and a pack of crackers. Compared to the usual diet seen on My 600 Pound Life, this was tame, but the real shock came later.